Cook. Neil center for the Railers.
Neil going with a little bit different starting lineup tonight.
A little wrinkle. Always nice to see. See how that works out.
Oh.
Mattoon doing their best impression of the Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium intros. Turns the lights out. No pep band though, which is a shame. All right, starter for Mattoon. 5'10", number 1, Landon Blaine Powers.
6-foot junior, number 10, Jace Gardner.
A junior, number 10, Blake Gardner.
And for the 6'1" senior, wearing number 20, Christian Larson.
You said
Number
he's
20.
their shooter.
Yep, Christian Larson, listed as a center, but I know he's their leading scorer.
Senior, wearing number 23, Tyreek Grace.
Tyreek Grace, a senior forward.
And starting at center, a 6'4" senior, wearing number 3, Jackson Helms.
And number 3, Jackson Helms, rounding out the starting 5. Again, like we talked about in the pregame show, Mattoon led by a first-year coach. He comes to Illinois from South Carolina. His name's Ben Jones. He's at the helm for Mattoon in his first season. Looking for his first varsity victory.
Mattoon, a program that's had some tough times over about the last 30 years. They've had 7 head coaches since Neil Alexander's been at Lincoln High School, including twice Bob Lockhart had 2 stints here at Mattoon. Bob Lockhart also coached over at Decatur Eisenhower. So at center circle, we've got Peyton Cook going up against Tyreek Grace.
Number 23, Tyreek Grace.
Waiting for the officials to be ready, the scorer's table to be ready. Biven, Cook, Schilling, Saucy, and Carson, your starting lineup for the Rail Splitters. Railers in their red, trimmed in white and green. Tip up and batted around in the backcourt, and Saucy picks it out of there. Gets it to Keon Carson.
That was the Chicago Street Reynolds tip-off.
Mattoon goes man-to-man inside to Cook. We run that play all the time, and Cook gets a layup. Great pass from Saucy.
Yep, and I've seen that play to start many a game for the Railers, and it ends up in a layup.
Lincoln up 2-0. Powers and Gardner in the backcourt. Powers still in the backcourt. Across the timeline to Jace Gardner, a 6-foot junior. Powers out front. Mattoon trying to figure out this Lincoln 1-2-2 zone. Powers looking inside to Grace. Powers, Gardner. Back out front, Powers to Gardner.
We've got them running offense from the volleyball line,
Powers,
which is where we want them.
Almost a minute taken off the clock here. Powers.
They've yet to get a good look.
Larson, they're looking for Larson, and Biven's watching him heavily. They know he can shoot.
Yep.
Jace Gardner. Larson to fake, put the ball down. Lincoln bats it away. He gets it back out front to Gardner. Just under a minute run off the clock. Powers, Gardner right wing. They go cross court to number 3, Jackson Helms. Helms back out front to Blaine Powers. Blaine Powers, number 1, running the point. Ball batted away by Biven, knocked back inbounds, but it's going to stay Mattoon basketball.
Jay, they not only have they not got a shot off, they have not gotten a look. Yeah, they haven't even gotten anything close to an attempt.
Lincoln's defense excellent right now. Minute 17 run off the clock here in the first quarter. Larson goes in the corner to Gardner, back out front Larson. Larson going to drive it in, try and draw the defense, nearly walked. Gardner lefty, shot up and no good, way off, and Biven comes out with a rebound.
Great defense.
Carson quickly up the floor. Keon Carson on the move. Kick back out to Schilling. Saucy, Biven in the corner, Cook. Back out front, Saucy. Saucy, Schilling as Lincoln works it around the perimeter. In the corner, Saucy. Back out front. There's Biven to Saucy. Cook down the lane. Layup time. Nearly got it. No. Rebound, Terriette Grace.
Had to bring it in amongst the trees down there. Peyton with a good drive, but a lot of Mattoon defenders there at the rim to challenge him.
Powers, cross court to Helms. He helps him bring it up the floor. Larson, head by Cook. Cross court pass, Gardner thrown away and out of bounds.
Well, always one of those tests of how are they doing is have they gotten the ball in the middle, and they have not. Not at all. They have not gotten a touch in there, and they really have not even been able to look in there. Lincoln defense really giving them fits right now.
Cook way out on the left wing, goes out front Biven. Biven going to drive it down the lane, kick in the corner, Schilling. Schilling 3 on the way, up, no good. Ball batted around, Cook chased it down in the corner, and it's going to be off Peyton Cook and go over to Mattoon.
Thought Peyton was going to come down with that offensive rebound there, Jay.
That's happened to him quite a bit this year. He can get his hands on it, but just can't quite grab it in. Powers hounded by Carson in the backcourt. Keon Carson all over him. Nearly a 10-second call right there. Ball batted away and another turnover.
All right, let's push the tempo a little bit here.
Carson the basketball. Schilling thought about shooting it. Out front, Saucy. Biven looking inside Cook. Cook posting up on Terriot Grace. Schilling going to drive it down the lane. Kick back to Biven. Saucy going to drive down the lane. Layup time. Tyler is blocked away. Good move by Tyler Saucy and good defense by Mattoon.
Yeah, Tariq Grace has challenged a couple of our attempts at the rim there. He's a good athlete.
Oh, Larson tried to go baseline, and Saucy's going to get called for the blocking foul. That is his first, team's first. Foul on the floor, no shooting. Mattoon inbounds underneath their own basket. Trying to get it in. Oh, and great block by Saucy. Got it into Powers, and he swatted that away.
Yeah, that was a return to sender on that one.
Biven looking inside Cook. Cook posting Grace up inside. Carson, Saucy, three on the way. No, in and out. Rebound, hauled down in there by Larson. Larson to Powers, and now Mattoon on the run. Helms quickly up the floor. Helms shot up, no good, way off, Cook the board.
All right, let's settle down here. We've been running our motion. Let's see if we can get a good look here.
Schilling the basketball, goes to Biven. Biven, stop and pop from 15, no good. Back of the iron, rebound goes to Helms. Helms to Powers. Powers out at the volleyball line, going to reset the Mattoon offense. Larson left wing. Larson goes around Biven, goes in the corner. Helms trapped. He's in trouble. Throws it Powers. Jace Gardner the move inside to Grace. Grace up and good. That was one time they got the ball in the middle and got a good look.
Well, and what they did is they reversed the ball. They got it down in one corner, hit a couple reversals and a penetration, and that was a much better possession.
Game tied at 2. 3:45 to go here in the first quarter. Saucy, Biven, Cook. Cook looks to take. Grace gets it to Biven, to Saucy. Now Railers go motion. Cook, stop and pop from 15, up, rolls around, no good. Biven's going to get called for the push in the back, going for the rebound.
Okay, the Railers are not getting high-quality shots at this point. I think we're getting okay shots, but we've seen a couple pull-ups, 15-footers contested, a couple drives to the rim, all contested. I think we've got to run through our motion, wait, be patient, get that open look, or get it to a mismatch if we can find one.
No excuses, JT, but we talked about this earlier. I've seen very few Lincoln teams shoot very well in this gym, and I can't explain it. I have no idea why.
Yep. Got to find a high percentage shot. We got to get something a little more high percentage.
Jace Gardner goes to Blaine Powers. Powers to Gardner. They got a bunch of lefties. They got, 3 guys shoot left-handed. That's weird. That is just absolutely weird.
Oh, Camden got
Larson, 18-footer, up and good.
Yeah, you can see Camden pump his fist. That ball and that reversal went right through him, and he could have had a steal there. Instead, Mattoon scores.
Christian Larson nails it. Aiden Gowan goes in, running one-hander up high, no good. Gets his own board, kicks it back out. Cammie Nelson, 3 on the way, no good, short. Carson's got the ball. Carson had Cook baseline, didn't see him. Gowan back out front. Gowan to Nelson. Nelson corner, Hayes. Drew Hayes in the basketball game for Lincoln. Hayes, Cook. Looked in the corner to Gowan. Cook goes down the lane. Layup time. Got fouled and counted.
And one. I thought Payton was going to slam that one. And, man, just got it on the short corner there and just drove in. Very athletic play. Lays it in through contact.
Greg Alexander and Coach Ewald having a little word with Camden Nelson there over that pass.
Yep.
And Peyton Cook, 6'7" senior, be at the free throw line, and now the officials conferring. So they did count the basket. I think that was what they were conferring about. It's okay.
Oh, it's kind of scary that they even had to confer on that one, Jay.
At least we don't have to worry about waiting for the replay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. All right, Peyton.
Game tied at 4, and Cook nails the free throw. So the 6'7" seniors got 5. We're up there. Lincoln's up 5-4. 2:37 to go here in the first quarter.
Keon Carson is so fast.
And he's going to get nailed for the and he and Jace Gardner have a little bit of push fest out front there.
Yeah, Keon got caught in the air there and kind of came down, didn't have a great place to land. He didn't hit him that hard, but, it was enough for the official to blow the whistle.
Powers, Gowan on him. Gowan now running the point on defense. In the corner to Jace Gardner. Carson all over him. Keon Carson really working hard on defense, and Gowan slaps the ball away. Powers picks it back up. Back over to Gardner. In the corner, Larson. Larson going to go down the lane. Layup time, no good. And Cook hauls down another board. Cook to Carson. Up ahead, Gowan. Railers on the run. Now they're going to slow it down. Hayes out front. Nelson, 3 on the way. Got knocked down. Rebound, Cook. Cook in the lane. Spins, fires, good.
Off glass. Woo. Woo. Thank goodness for Peyton Cook. He's got all 7 points for the Railers.
7-4 the Lincoln lead. 1:50 to go here in the first quarter. Jace Gardner out at the volleyball line against the Lincoln defense. Helms, 3-pointer on the way. Up good. Jackson Helms nails the 3-pointer. The third lefty on the team.
Yeah, and now, after those first couple possessions where Mattoon was really struggling, now they've got some momentum. They've had a few good possessions now.
Gowan, Hayes, Nelson in the corner, Cook. Cook, out front, Carson. Cook, Hayes, Nelson. Gowan right in front of us on the right baseline. Back out front, Carson to Cook. Cook looking to take. Grace gets it to Hayes. Hayes, Carson. Carson, Nelson in the corner. Cook, 3 on the way. Out of the corner, no good. And Helms, no Railers around the ball that time. Larson quickly ahead and nearly stolen by Carson. In the corner, Larson nearly threw the ball away. Against Hayes, back out front, Powers. Mattoon going to reset their offense. Long shot by Larson. And he got past Nelson to Helms. Here goes Gardner. Gardner got fouled, and they are going to call it.
They got to call that. Here comes Trey Schilling coming back in, and I see number 14 for the Railers. That's Cage Kingsley coming in as well.
Yeah, Cage Kingsley. 5'9" senior into the basketball game for Lincoln. Trey Schilling back in the basketball game for Lincoln. Gardner out front. Powers. Powers. Cross court, Gardner. Gardner looks. Powers. They're flashing Larson at the post. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Gowan was pushed from behind, I believe, by Larson. Yep.
And what Mattoon's figured out here is if you get the ball in one corner and you reverse it, there's opportunities on the backside. We've got to figure out the spacing on the backside wing to step in front of passes to the reversal or any drives.
Looking to go inside Cook, and he's going to get fouled by Colton Smith into the basketball game for Mattoon.
Foul goes against Colton Smith, his first. The third against the Lady Football for the Raiders.
Game tied at 7. 16 seconds to go here. 16.6 to go here in the first quarter. They get into Cook. Cookie will kick out Kingsley.
Special 3. This will be a shot for Schilling here.
And going the other way. Let's see.
Oh, I did not see that. They called it on Hayes. He's supposed to flash middle on that play. And as he was trying to get position, a Mattoon guy ran in front of him. There was contact, but it wasn't like he shoved him or even extended his elbow or anything.
Drew Hayes called foul. Ball knocked away by Schilling. Schilling quickly to Gowan. Ball tipped away, and it's going to stay Lincoln basketball. And I thought it might have gone off Gowan's hands.
Oh, yeah, really heads-up play there by Trey. And unfortunately, the next pass, Mattoon got a hand on it and puts us in a tough spot here with 1.7 on the sideline out of bounds.
Schilling inbounds Kingsley. Kingsley Cook and couldn't get a shot off before the buzzer, so at the end of one quarter, it's Lincoln 7, Mattoon 7. We're going to send it back to the station for a 1-minute timeout.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask me?
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Back at Mattoon, game tied at 7. Mattoon will have the basketball at half court to start the second quarter. JT, we talked about this typical game here in Mattoon for Lincoln.
I feel like every year I watch this game, and it's the same game played over and over and over again where Mattoon plays us tough, and they, end up coming down to the wire. So stick with us. We got a good one.
Ball batted around. Nice defense by Lincoln, and Hayes yanks it out of there. Carson quickly up the floor, and Mattoon stays in their man-to-man defense. Cook, Colton Smith on him. Kick out Gowan. Carson, and now Cook going to post up against Smith inside. Oh, nearly stolen. Hayes going to drive baseline. Layup time coming. Got it. Nice move by Drew Hayes.
Good drive there by Drew. Good physical drive. He never shies from contact. Good to see him get on the board here for the Railers.
Mattoon still in the backcourt, nearly threw the ball away, and did. And they're going to call Keon Carson for the push.
Oh, that's a bailout call if you've ever seen one. Mattoon threw it away, and the kid caught it in no man's land, and they called Keon for the foul. I don't know that it was really much of a foul. That's his second. He's going to come to the bench, and Railers will go back with Cadge. We'll come back in there.
Cage Kingsley back in the basketball game for Keon Carson. I agree with you. There wasn't much contact there.
Number 14,
No, that was one of those,
and the thing was is Carson had his momentum going forward. He really couldn't get stopped. That was the other thing.
No, that's 2, though, on Carson. So he's been one of the better defenders for the Railers.
Lincoln up 9-7.
We'll see how we respond without him on the defensive end, pounding the ball handlers from Mattoon.
Elijah Mosley, number 5 in the basketball game for Mattoon. Powers, long 3 out front, the lefty up, no good. Rebound, and Hayes seals everybody off and grabs the board.
All right.
Gowan, kick out Kingsley. Kingsley, Hayes, Schilling, in the corner, Cooking. Cook, I think Cook can take Smith. There he goes, layup time. No, back of the iron. Peyton Cook got in the lane, had 3 guys on him, still nearly made the shot. Powers, Larson, in the corner, Smith, back out front, Larson, Mattoon starting their offense. You can see they're trying to spread the defense even more out front.
And that's one thing you got to do against Lincoln is there's a foul on Gowan. If you can get the zone moving side to side, that's going to create some opportunities. And Mattoon is doing a good job of side to side. Oh, this kid from Mattoon got hit pretty good in the mouth or the nose. He's going to go to the sideline, get wrapped up here. He's bleeding pretty solid there in the mouth. But as Mattoon steps to the line, Jay, I want to say thank you to Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Free throw missed by Mattoon as they're already in the bonus. I didn't even notice that until just now. That's bad. Not noticing they got in the bonus this early in the first half. Gowan in the corner, Hayes, the cutter, Kingsley, layup, good! And a timeout, Mattoon.
They're going to run a 30.
Oh, wait a minute.
Cage Kingsley.
I think this may be an official's timeout for blood on the floor. Yeah.
Blood on the floor. Well, they're taking care of that, Jay. I also want to give a shout out to Town & Country Bank. Town & Country Bank is a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball. At Town & Country Bank, our mission is to help empower the financial well-being of our community.